I like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, that food you eat? No. I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me.
Peace, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to have a happy hippie holiday. So as we know, it's the holiday season, and many people are celebrating different holidays this time of year, whether it's Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and other holidays people celebrate like the winter solstice and many others. So today I just want to bring you some of the ways to make your holiday festive in a very hippy dippy way. Cause you know, we hippies over here, we love it. Peace and love. So the first thing I want to talk about is music. So for me, whenever I get into holiday spirit, I always view it from a musical standpoint, because music is the one thing that'll get me into the holiday spirit more than anything else. And so today I'm going to bring you some albums and some songs made by hippies or hippie sounding music. So the first one I want to talk about is by Jimi Hendrix, the rock god, the guitar legend himself. And he had a song that came out back then that I think it mixed the Little Drummer Boy, it mixed the I'll Do Lane or the New Year's song, and another song. They mixed together, and it was only him. He didn't sing anything, but it was only him on guitar. And it's just this really great guitar instrumental of his hard rock and psychedelic guitar, and I love it. It is so incredible. You guys should go check it out. Jimi Hendrix. Go type that into your Spotify's or your Apple Musics or your Googles, and you'll find it. It's really, really great. Another album I want to talk about is Willie Nelson Christmas. So Willie Nelson is a hippie. Yes, he is more of a country guy, but he was, back in his day, able to bridge the gap between country and hippies and bring that together in a really great way. And, you know, we love Willie Nelson here because he's a great person. He stands for, you know, the values that I stand for. He loves peace and love, of course, and he a smoker, he a weedie, and we here for it. So he came out with, and I don't remember when this album came out, but you can look it up. He came out with a Willie Nelson Christmas, and it's a really, really great album. I definitely recommend checking it out. It has a lot of the Christmas classics, a lot of the Christmas staples, and it's just a really great album from a great guy who's just real chill, and like the music is really chill, and it's just like very representative of who he is. Another person I want to talk about is Kacey Musgrave. Now, Kacey Musgrave is not technically a hippie, but she does make very like hippity-dippity sounding music mixed with country, kind of like Willie Nelson. And actually, she came out in 2016 with an album called A Kacey Musgrave Christmas, I think. You can look it up. And on that, she has really great songs on there featuring Leon Bridges, featuring Willie Nelson, and many others. And it's just a really great album that I've been getting into lately. And it's really like chill and very fun and very like festive. And she has her own takes on like classic Christmas songs, but also like new Christmas songs as well. And my favorite song on that album is her duet with Willie Nelson called A Really, Willie Nice Christmas. It's so cute. I hope you have a really, 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 really nice Christmas. And I hope you stay higher than the angel on the top of the tree. Because they're both Wheaties, and we're here for it. Another album that is just something that makes me so happy, and you can say what you want. It might be a hippie album, it might not be, but it's the Jackson 5 Christmas. Now, I love that album more than anything in the world. If that album is playing, I just light up with joy. I am a Michael Jackson stan, and I just love the Jackson 5 in general and the whole vibe of the 70s. So I'm in love with that album. Like, that's one of my favorite holiday albums of all time. I don't even really celebrate Christmas in that like way that other people celebrate it, but I love that album. Honestly, that's like such a great album. And it just has so many great classic songs. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, so many, Someday at Christmas. It's just like, it's incredible. And so actually on Spotify, they have the whole album, of course, but they also have this track where it's just like the Jackson 5 Christmas medley, and you can basically listen to snippets of each song from that album, and it's just so good. Definitely recommend checking that out. And then there's a song that I just actually discovered the other day called The Old Hippie Christmas. But these guys are country guys, but they made this really great ode to hippies and how they celebrate the holidays. And it's a really cute song. It's about, lava lamps and black lights and smoking up and, all of the peace and love and everything. And it's really great. So I definitely recommend checking that one out as well. And of course, there's the Nat King Cole Christmas. And if you aren't listening to that, then what are you doing with your whole entire life? Hello. I know that's not really like hippie, but it's definitely a staple in my house. So if you're not listening to it, what are you doing with your life? Honestly. So I definitely recommend checking out more hippies who made holiday music. It was a little hard for me to find like specifically like hippies who made holiday music, so that's why a lot of these artists are not like hippies like in the traditional sense, but they made great albums that do have that sentiment of being like, peace and love and all of those great things. So they qualify, plus they're just great music. So yeah, for your hippy dippy parties, those are some albums and songs I recommend for your shindig during the holidays. The second thing I want to talk about in this video about how to have a hippie holiday season is to be sustainable this holiday season. The holidays are a time where trash is at its highest height. And it's really a sad thing because we aren't taking into account the fact that all the wrapping paper and all the paper we have to put into the boxes when we send them out, if we're sending them out to loved ones who don't live near us, or we're getting them off Amazon or anything like that, there's like paper everywhere and boxes and all of these things that are not sustainable and aren't very good for the earth, aren't good for Mother Earth, aren't good for the environment, and they're just clogging her up, right? So this year, it would be great if people would just take a moment to be more sustainable. And here are a few ways that you can be sustainable this holiday season. One, definitely to buy local. Buying local is like the best thing that you can do any time of the year, especially during the holidays though. Buying local, you already know where this product is coming from, so you don't have to guess where this product is coming from, whether it's coming from a factory in a third world country, or some child in like Malaysia is being abused in this factory. You don't have to think about those things because you're buying local. You know who the buyer, you know who the person is you're buying from, and you're also getting something special for somebody from a unique place in your town, right? It's also great because you don't have to do as much shipping. So if you are sending something to a person who lives near you, then you just have to give it to them. And you don't have to put as much paper or wrapping or any of that stuff in there. You can just send it off to them and just give it to them, like that. Also, buying online. So when I say buying online, I don't mean from the big corporations like Amazon, eBay, and those types of things. But I do recommend buying from sustainable places that you can ask people not to put so much paper, wrapping paper, or paper in the boxes for you. Things like Etsy, things like, Depop, even things like Instagram, who has different, people who sell things on Instagram, right? So for those, you can be specific and say, I don't want, excess paper. I don't want any wrapping paper. I don't want this. I don't want that. So that you are not having such a big carbon footprint on the earth. And so also with buying online, you are helping people who are small businesses. And that's really important because, you don't want to always give to big corporations who aren't even paying their employees the right amount of money that they deserve, or treating them like they're actual human beings. At least this way, you know that you're getting what you want from this person. You're supporting locally, you're supporting small, and you're helping those people with, maybe that's their only job and they just need money. So you're helping them that holiday season. You're helping them get by. And I think that's important. That's super duper important. Also, to just, buy from your local produce stands. Buy from your local farmers markets. Buy from your local farmers. December is the time where a lot of farmers have put their, plots to bed, and it's now getting cold out, so they aren't able to farm as much, but they do have their produce and things in their greenhouses, or they have things left over from the fall and spring season. So it would be really great if for your holiday meals that you go and buy locally from a farmer, a gardener, or anybody locally, a local small bodega, anybody who's locally there to buy from that in the community. Buy from them. Don't buy from these big corporate places like your Giants and your Safeways and even your Whole Foods, to be honest. They aren't really giving that much profit to their employees. They aren't really giving that much profit to the farmers who are, breaking their backs to make this food, to grow this food. And so to buy local is just a lot better. Plus, you don't have to have your carbon footprint out there from Mexico all the way to California, where your truck is going all the way there, having a big carbon footprint, as well as your food turning rotten by the time it gets to the store. So just buying local is just a lot better for the environment, for you, and it's just better for your health, because then you at least know where your food is coming from, and it's important. So this holiday season, and most holiday seasons, it can be very stressful. It can be a very stressful time because you either live somewhere far away from your family and you have to make a trip to visit them. You are not speaking terms with some of your family members. You have differencing in opinions. Maybe you're having a fight. Maybe, you don't have enough money to get them gifts. A lot of things happen during the holiday season to make it a very stressful time. And one thing I think to make your Happy Hippie Holiday much, much better is to just chill. Just chill. The holidays are here, yes, but why are we stressing over something that is just a commercial way of people to get gifts for other people for really no reason? We never figured out why giving gifts to people is a thing. You know what I mean? The best gifts that you can give to people is your time, your energy, and just you. You know what I mean? And if you don't have enough money to buy people gifts, make them a gift. That's always beautiful. It's from your hands, and it's special, and it comes from you. Give them an experience. Give them something that they might not be able to have either otherwise with you. You know what I mean? Just spend time with them. I think that's the most important thing about the holidays, is to spend time with the people that matter to you. And that can be your family, your blood family. That could be the family that you made over the years. That can be your friends. That can be anybody. You know what I mean? Your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But just chill. You know what I mean? Take a chill sesh, Don't be so uptight. Don't be so unhealthy with your energy, with your time, with your spirituality, with your mind frame. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of conversations around mental health, mental illness, depression, anxiety, all of these things over the past few years. And it's a really huge thing. And I think during the holiday season especially, but also during winter in general, there is a very big rate of depression and anxiety, because it's cold outside, it gets dark really fast, it's not enough sunlight, but also because you are made to spend a bunch of money on people for really no reason, just because it's been put out there that you're supposed to do that. And you're not really taking into account that this is a time to just spend it with the people that you love, to be mindful of that, to practice self-care, and to just chill, you know? It's not so important to get people the best gift ever, you know? Just your presence should be a gift enough. And if people are not okay with that, then they're not really important in your life. Because honestly, if they can't value the time that they have with you as a gift, then that's not a gift at all. And I don't think that they are important in your life enough. So I just think that celebrating this holiday in a very practical but very mindful way is just important, you know what I mean? To feed your soul, to feed your spirit, to practice self-care, and to make sure that your mental health is in check. You know, if you're in a fight with somebody in your family, but you're being forced to go over and hang out with that family member, don't let it stress you. Do not let it stress you. Do not let it get to you. You know what I mean? Do not let it be a burden in your life. You know what I mean? Let it be a stress-free holiday season. That's like one of the biggest hippie ways that you can celebrate this holiday. Just to be less stressful, to be kind to yourself, to be kind to the earth, than just to listen to a bunch of funky tunes and just get your smoke on if that's your thing, or whatever you do during your holiday season to just de-stress and to be happier and to just celebrate the time that you have off. Because I know the world is crazy and there's a lot going on, and you might have a hectic job, you might have a hectic life, you might be going to school, you might be doing this, you might be doing that. The world is just crazy and you hear news stories all the time about things going on all the time. But just remember that the holidays should really be about peace, love, light, self-care, and to just de-stress your mind. De-stress your mind, take care of the earth, and just make sure that you're being kind to yourself, Mother Earth, and all those around you, and just having a really happy holidays. Because honestly, the stress is not worth it. And it makes you go into the new year not as happy as you wish you were. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So I hope that everybody watching this has a extremely happy holidays, and they just celebrate it with their family, their friends, whoever's important in their life, in a very healthy, happy, self-care, thinking of their mental health, thinking of their mental stability, and just being happy, you know, watching the cheesy romance Christmas movies that you want, watching, you know, listening to all the cheesy music that you want, just being happy and doing it the way that you want to, but in a very stress-free, carefree way, and just being happy, you know, that's the point. Having love in your heart, peace in your soul, and just being happy. So this has been my how to have a happy hippie holiday. Until next time, happy holidays, peace, and blessings.